Already a nail right there. Great morning. Great morning. Babe. It was already a nail right there. Or you just put one right there?
I just put one right there.
Did you put a thumbtack right there, babe? Babe. Okay, so since you just did that, good morning, y'all. Can you drop it down some so that it's like even between the frame and the light switch? Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. A little more. Okay, so look at the bottom. You see the gap at the bottom? Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Perfecto. Thank you, babe. Great morning, Miss Miranda. How are you? Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Great morning, great morning, great morning. Hey, Christina, how are you? Great morning. Come on in. Hey, gorgeous, how are you? I'm amazing. Yes, girl, I'm fixing up my coffee, honey. I gotta get my coffee in, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm not Candy. We're not gonna speak on it, but we're gonna talk about it. Come on in, come on in, come on in. You guys make sure you share. And we're going to get started. Speaking of sharing, honey, I need to share myself, honey. Let me go on and share. I am so grateful because God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Oh, yes, He is. God is a good God, a great God, an amazing God. I am so eternally grateful to Him for His place in my life, how He moves in my life. Today, I just have gratitude for the Most High. Thank you for sharing, Christina. All right. Let me get there so I can share. Great morning, you guys. Come on in. All right. Let me share. You guys come on and share. Hey, gorgeous. Yes, Georgia's in the house. Georgia is in the house. I love it, Jackie. Shared my story. Shared my groups. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for hopping on. I appreciate you. All right. So, hey, y'all. Hey. I know that's right. Be fantastic in it, Summerlin. Be fantastic in it. Look, okay. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, God has been dealing with me on the difficult things, right? He's been dealing with me on the difficult things. And our challenges with dealing with the difficult things. Now, the reality is, this is just the reality, it is a fact of life. There are things that are going to be difficult in your life or more challenging or that stretch you. When you get to a certain place, you can expect to be stretched even more. Like, you just know there's going to be a stretching. There's going to be a stretching. I'm trying to center. I got a new lamp, y'all. I got several new lamps, y'all. Listen, so funny. So I got 3 new lamps yesterday. Hey, Charla, how are you, gorgeous? So I got 3 new lamps yesterday. And I had all 3 lamps in here and the lights up above, right? And I was sitting in the dark. And my husband said, okay, I'm trying to understand this. My God, this is going to preach. He said, I'm trying to understand this. You got all this light in here, but you sitting in the dark. What? You got all this light in here, but you're sitting in the dark. Why are you sitting in the dark? Hey, Catherine. And I had to think about it for a minute because I didn't want to just say something. Like, I had to think about it. So I thought about it. Like, why am I sitting in the dark? Hey, Corey, great Dave, gorgeous. Why am I sitting in the dark? Well, I thought about it. And I said, well, baby, today, I said, when I went to the UPS store, I found myself just sitting in the parking lot. Just sitting. I just was sitting there. I was sitting there. I was on Amazon, but I was just sitting there in the cart. Now, I could have just come home and been on Amazon, right? But I was just sitting there. Oh, y'all. Look, I'm going to share this with y'all. Hold on. Where's it? Oh. This right here. I don't know if y'all can't see because of the light. Okay. It is a Halo. It's from Halo Salt Cave. It's called Morning Brew Coffee Sugar Cream. Coffee Sugar Cream. What's in my cup? It is a candle that my sister gave me for Mother's Day. Right. The Lady Apostle. I love candles. This one is coffee. She knows I love coffee. I love the smell of coffee. Right. So I decided to light my Salt Cave candle. Now, it also has salt in it. And if you all don't know the benefits of salt, angel number 122. If you don't know the benefits of salt and salt caves, look that up. It's great for congestion, sinuses, clarity, purifying your body. So if you have a salt cave in your area, you might want to check that out. Like, it's just an amazing experience. It's good. That's why people have salt lamps. Salt lamps produce some of the same benefits, you know. They do some of the same things. So, but the salt cave is an amazing experience. I've done it a few times in South Carolina. Check on Groupon, because a lot of times on Groupon they'll have stuff like that that you may not normally experience, but you know they want to increase people's experience of it, so they'll put it on Groupon. So the candle smells amazing. So look, I was sitting in the dark, and when I think about why I was sitting in the dark, I was sitting in the dark because sometimes I have to just be still and process things. I have to be still and process things. And what I've learned is it keeps me from saying a lot of stuff that I'm going to regret. Okay. keeps me from saying a lot of stuff I'm going to regret, keeps me, let me say, minimizes the likelihood, because it doesn't keep me from doing it at all. It minimizes the likelihood that I really hurt somebody that I love. Okay. So I just be needing a moment. Just be needing a moment. And I came in the house, I brought the lights in, and I was just sitting in the dark with the light available. Great morning, Candy. How are you, beautiful? Sitting in the dark with the light available. The light was there. I had multiple sources of light in the room, but I was sitting in the dark. And I told him, I said, babe, you know, sometimes I have to just be still. Sometimes I have to just take a moment. Hey, Kim, good to see you. So today I wanted to talk to you guys because there's some stuff that's been going on inside of me that I want to kind of share with you as a teaching tool. Maybe you'll be able to relate to it, maybe not, but I feel compelled to share this with you for whatever it's worth to you. Okay. So my husband is an amazing man. When I tell y'all my husband is amazing, like listen, I don't say that to try to impress nobody. Like, for real, my husband is an amazing man, right? He's an amazing man who loves me a lot, okay? And as we take this journey, it seems like I'm constantly reminded why God chose him for me and me for him. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I have a lot of triggers around relationships. And it seems like every time I think that, you know, I've gotten most of the stuff, like things happen that reveal it's the most stuff in there, because there's layers to it. See, if we just would understand that there are layers to us, to our healing, to our relationships, there are layers, and some of the layers are not comfortable for me. They're not. I have perfectionistic tendencies. If you had come on in the beginning, you would have heard me talking to my husband because he put this picture up for me, and I was telling him, babe, can you bring it down a little bit more? Babe, a little bit more. Okay, babe, look at the light fixture, and then or the light switch, the top of the light switch, and the frame, and just put it right like in the middle of that, right? He moved it he put it up, and he moved it 2 times after that. So he put it up 3 times for me, 3 times. 3 times he put it up for me, 1 for the Father, 1 for the Son, 1 for the Holy Ghost. Okay. But he put it up 3 times for me to make sure that it was just right for me. Okay. Now listen, y'all, I ain't saying he's perfect. Listen to me. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying that, right? He has his stuff. But what I'm telling you is this. God chose this man to love me. Because Lord knows it can be difficult to get angel number 133 to my inner part. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about the part of my heart I've never let anybody in. that vulnerable place, that place where you're afraid to let anybody in because you don't know if they're going to abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really scary because when you were close to letting someone in, they did some stuff and messed it up, right? Or when you just gave them some of you, some of your heart, they ran amok with that piece of your heart, right? So, y'all don't talk about my nails. I need a manicure. I need to go today. This journey, becoming the Johnsons, the making of the Johnsons, has been and is and will continue to be about us going to those uncomfortable places for both of us. So it requires me to do things differently. Now, listen to me. I'm a communicator. I need communication. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Y'all know I'm just going to tell the truth. Sometimes I don't want to hear the communication. Sometimes I don't want to receive it. So it forces me to examine me. It forces me to examine me. And I'm saying this because, y'all, listen. If you, angel number 133, never evaluate you, how you come across, how you show up, how you affect other people, how you affect a room, how you affect the other person in the relationship, then you never give yourself an opportunity to grow, to become the best version of you. And it is challenging. It is. It is challenging to be honest with yourself. It is challenging to have difficult conversations. It is challenging. But one thing that I know is it's necessary. If you really are going to get to that place, right? That place called destiny, it's going to require that. If you're really going to get to that place where you have a healthy, effective relationship, it's going to require that if you're really going to get there. Now, look, if you don't want to get there, say you don't want to get there, stop saying it and just go and be honest with it, okay? Just be honest. I don't really want to get there. I like where I'm at. Just say that. I like where I'm at. And I'm going to stay right here. I like where I'm at. And I'm going to stay right here. But if you want to get to that place, it means that you're going to have to do some things differently. Today was a coffee and CBD oil day, right? So let me go on record as saying the level of transparency that God requires of me is absolutely uncomfortable. I know it may look easy, but it is absolutely uncomfortable. Now, some stuff I don't care about saying ain't a problem. But I'm talking about the level of transparency that he requires of me is uncomfortable. Hey, Mike. Having said that, let me continue. So my husband is amazing. He's an amazing man. Loves me so much. But everything about our marriage, not that it's been difficult, but it has challenged me in places that I did not want to be challenged. I don't want to be challenged. Yes, Summerlin, but the challenge is real. So thank you, Summy. So sometimes the things that we build our identity around are based on the traumas that we've experienced in our life. It's based on our saboteurs, right? Our saboteurs are those self-sabotaging behaviors, those messages that keep showing up in our life, right? Well, one of the messages that was pervasive in my life was me not being perfect, me not feeling good enough, me feeling like if I'm just perfect, then, I'll have love, I'll be liked, I'll be accepted. There is a level of insecurity that is created when there are challenges, especially in the parental relationship, your relationship with your mother, your relationship with your father. There are insecurities that are produced. And because my father, who raised me, would focus on what was wrong with me. The focus was on what was wrong with me. And listen, y'all, my daddy did the best he could with what he had. And he was a great man and a great father. This is just some stuff that affected me, right? And I'm going to share this because we were talking about writing letters. I remember I wrote a letter to my daddy telling him some stuff that really hurt me, right? He didn't even remember it. Like, he didn't remember it. It wasn't something that stuck for him, but I remembered it vividly. I remembered what it felt like, what he said, how I felt, like how it all went down. Like, I remember all of that. I remember it, but he didn't remember it. This is why I tell you all, listen, sometimes people don't know that something that they did affected you the way it did, right? So that place where you deal with your innermost stuff. That place where you have to face you is a challenging place. And so relationally, I'm in that place. Where some insecurities have been triggered, right? And that feeling of dread, And it's too good to be true. Not that it's perfect. I gotta keep saying that. But that feeling of it's too good to be true. Am I going to mess this up? Can I really have this? I'm just talking about the things that, the thoughts that you have. And it's not even a conscious thought. This is the crazy thing. It's not like you say in your head, well, is this going to work? Am I going to mess it? No, but it's something like it's like a series of events, right? That you'll find yourself in a place and you'll be like, well, how did I even get here? Like I have been in, and this, it's gonna sound so crazy. Well, let me not say that. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, baby. I love you so much. Thank you, Rena. Right. He is. He is, Summerlin. Thank you, Rena. Rena said, no, you're not going to mess this up and you deserve it. It came because you did the work. And that's the thing, though. I'm still doing the work. I still have work to do because yes, it is. Yes, it is, Candy. It is in the work. So I gotta just say it. I gotta just say it. I just gotta say it. I'm insecure about a woman that is no longer even here, no longer walking the earth, like no longer on the earth. Like I feel like it would just be easier. You know, it's easier, I think, when a relationship has ended, right? The relationship's ended, it ended, they, were on bad terms, they made a decision to sever the relationship. It is much more challenging when he didn't make a decision to end the relationship. It didn't end because something happened between them. God just took her. And it's not that my husband, y'all, I'm serious when I tell y'all this. He's so amazing because, he tries to do everything in his power to make me uncomfortable, to make me comfortable, to make sure I'm not uncomfortable. If I say something makes me uncomfortable, he will immediately try to fix it, rectify it, do what he can do on his end. Like he's immediately going to do that. Like if I tell him, babe, I don't like da 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 da. Okay, babe, look, okay, well, this is what I do. Because he is determined that he does not want to hurt me. He doesn't want to intentionally or unintentionally hurt me. This ain't him. This isn't about him. This is about me. Did y'all hear what I said? This isn't about him. This is about me. There's some things, girl, we gonna talk today. We gonna talk. I'm gonna call you after. Charla, you're in a new space. Uncomfortable place will be your place of blessing. You're right. A smart lady told me that you are not the same to him. You are the sunshine after the rain. Oh my God. Rena says she approves of you. He is able because she gave her blessing. You need not worry. We're going to talk, girl. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. I got to call you. I realized that that's something that's been going on. Now, once we are aware of what's going on, we have to choose to address it. And what that looks like may be different things to different people. So I am forced, not by him, but by God, to deal with those inner places of insecurity. Those inner places, those places that are so deeply embedded that you don't know they're there until they show up. And it means having difficult conversations. So in Destiny Driven, we talked about that yesterday. We talked about having difficult conversations and how to begin to have difficult conversations, how to prepare for difficult conversations. And I was going through, and really what I heard God doing was talking to me. He was talking to me about this, right? Talking to me about having the difficult, like it's hard to admit that you're jealous of someone who's dead. That's hard to admit, right? It's hard to admit that you're jealous of the times and the moments that they shared, that you don't want to go to the same places because you don't want to be compared. You don't want to do the same things because you don't want to be compared. Like, and even if there is no comparison happening on his part, there's comparison happening on your part. Subconsciously, you're wondering, how do I compare? It's one of the reasons that we don't like talking about previous sexual encounters, because there's this comparison thing that is deeply ingrained in us, particularly in women. I can't say more so in women than men, but deeply ingrained in women. Like, it's always about comparison. We start being compared when we're children, right? There are all these comparisons. Now, men get it too. Now, don't get it wrong. Men get it too. So just dealing with it. Candy said, the greatness is knowing that there's some addressing needs to happen in your space and life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Summerlin said, a never-ending story seems like, but it's our portion to continue to go through hard places to mend or heal in all areas that makes us uncomfortable. Absolutely, Summerlin. Rena said, you speaking it so it can be known. And with that, you're about to get a spiritual message that all is good and the spirit is working for y'all. Y'all will have a conversation and you will be grounded in security. Amen. So many conversations needs to happen. Absolutely, Candy. So last night, when after class, we had a conversation. And I began to share some things with him, right? And I told him, baby, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. It's me, right? It's me, oh Lord. This is what he said. He's standing in the need of prayer. I said, absolutely, baby. I need all the prayer. I need the elders to anoint me with oil and lay hands on me. No, I need to do the work. That's what I need to do. After class, right. So we had a conversation, And it wasn't a long conversation and it wasn't a deep conversation. It took everything in me to like just say that, because I feel like it sounds crazy. I feel like it sounds crazy to be jealous of a woman who's dead. I feel like it sounds crazy. That's how I feel. Like, now, that's my judge. I know that's my judge. But I feel like what are you worried about? What is it that you are really worried about? What is that? Right? I told y'all, I asked the questions, the why, because you got to dig deeper, right? And what I realized is that I have to be, and I've been saying this, I have to be accountable for my triggers, because this man can't be walking around on eggshells afraid he's going to trigger me. Like, what kind of life is that? No, I don't want that. So I have to identify my triggers. I have to figure out where they come from. I have to address them. I have to do the challenging, the difficult heart work and mind work and spirit work so that I can get to a place in love, of love, because love is what is the answer. It's in love. So what I realized is that I have to love her. Like, really love her. Love her presence in his life. Love her children. Love the remnants of her that are left. I have to love her, embrace her. That's challenging. Y'all, listen. I ain't trying to be no victim. I'm just telling y'all what the Lord loves, and that's the truth. That's challenging for me. It's challenging. It can't be based on I'm better than her. It can't be rooted in any of that. Like, it's gotta absolutely, unequivocally, and totally be rooted in genuine, authentic, godlike agape love. We spend so much time in our lives trying to demonize people where we have challenges. It's the way that we often learn to cope with friendships ending, business relationships ending, romantic relationships ending, challenges with our parents. If we just demonize them, if we make them the bad person, then we feel justified in our feelings, right? This is not what I'm talking about. What I'm telling you is this. That can't be our modus operandi. We can't operate like that anymore and get to destiny. We're not going to get there because we're not going to be able to handle the difficult stuff that comes. You cannot just demonize people and make them the bad person, because I promise you, all of us have a role to play in every situation and encounter in life. Corey says, so incredibly honest and relevant to so many that feel the same way. Charles said, yes, you got this. Challenging or not, God has you both. He absolutely does. And I'm grateful for that. Look, when I tell y'all, listen, I could not do this without God. I could not do this without God. It is the power of God, the power of the Holy Spirit that gives me the courage required to face the things that I have to face about me. I ain't talking about other people. I'm talking about me. The stuff that I got to face about me. The difference is, and I'm going to tell y'all where I sometimes struggle. When I do that and other people don't do it, And I'd be like, are you kidding me? I remember I had to have a conversation and I just had to apologize for my part, right? I had to apologize for my part. And I just had to be very transparent in my apology and not just say, oh, I'm so sorry things didn't work out. No, I had to be very transparent and acknowledge some things that I did in our relationship. Baby, when I tell you this man turned around and said, yeah, because da 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 da, and you da 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 da, and I said, God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? This a joke, right? At the time, I think my daddy was sick. He was in hospice. Are you kidding me right now? Now, I done said I was sorry. I didn't even detail why I was sorry. And this man finna beat me over the head with it and throw some stuff in that ain't even accurate. I couldn't control that part. All I could control was me. You can't control nobody else. All you can control is you. All you can control is you. All you can control is you. You can't control anybody else. My husband can't make everything perfect for me as much as he would if he would love to be able to do that. Like he would do it in a heartbeat. Like if there was a way that he could just like erase some stuff because that would make me more comfortable, he would do it, but he can't. It's too pervasive. It's in everything. It's everywhere. You understand what I'm telling you? So I can't be triggered because it's everywhere because he had a life before me, because I had a life before him. Listen to me. The difference is I exited my situations by choice. He didn't. He can't be punished for that. No, I got to deal with me. And what I'm telling you is some of the stuff that you guys are holding on to is you. You got to deal with you. It's rooted in some stuff that you've not resolved. It's rooted in some stuff that you've not dealt with. Y'all, I'm trying to help somebody. It means that you're going to have some difficult conversations, and not just with other people. You're going to have some difficult conversations with yourself. Someone said you're being more relaxed because you share the exact nature, uncomfortable and all. Listen, and we are, Summerlin, and we are. And this is why, let me tell y'all, I know some people like, you tell too much of your business. Let me tell you why I say this stuff and share this stuff that God leads me to share. I do it because it's going to help somebody. You're going to know you're not the only one. Because sometimes I make things look easy that are not easy. I make, Dr. V just can baby, this baby work. It ain't just like I woke up like this. I woke up. No, like it's work. There's work there. I'd already done work before meeting my husband, right? Or before us getting together. But it's a continuous working. See, that's why I hashtag becoming the Johnsons, right? Yes, we're already the Johnsons, but we're becoming what God desires for us to be. It didn't happen because we said I do. It didn't automatically, now it's automatically done. No. Oh, we're becoming. God is making us. And he makes us through the challenging times. He makes us through the conflicts, the bumping heads. All of that is making us. It is making us into that couple that can sustain, into that couple that can endure, into that couple that can grow old together. Do you understand? Now, I know we already up there in age, but we're not old, okay? It's a making process. We're becoming who God needs us to become, but it requires work. It requires looking at self. And I ain't gonna lie, it's so much easier to just point out what he does that agitates me. Why would you do that? Because that just agitates me. Why does it agitate you? Why does that bother you so much? What is that? Where does that come from? What is that rooted in? to be honest with ourselves. Angel number 144. And then we have to have challenging conversations. Conversations that are not uncomfortable. That are not comfortable. Conversations that are not comfortable, that are uncomfortable. And we have to grow up. That's challenging, but it's the truth. I wish I could say that I've already attained, that I've already apprehended, but I haven't. I'm in process. But this one thing I do, this one thing, forgetting those things that lie behind, I press on toward the mark of the high calling. Forgetting doesn't mean that you didn't process it, you didn't deal with it. It's that you don't beat yourself up about it. My cousin said, the devil seeks to destroy anything that's good and pleasing to God's eyes. It's up to us to realize and recognize when it enters into our lives and relationships. He makes it his mission to pounce on our weakness and insecurity. Absolutely, cousin. My cousin's smart. My cousin's smart, boy. And he is. He is. You all, we have to do the work. In this season, where God is taking us, we will not get there if we don't address our insecurities. That means that they have to show up. How can we address what we don't acknowledge is there? They have to show up. They have to show up. And when they show up in ways that are often very uncomfortable. Someone said, I thank God for our many differences and our many collective likes, no matter what. Amen. Amen. So listen, let's talk about it. Let's normalize talking about those things that make you cringe. Let's normalize facing those things that you're afraid that you're going to be judged for. Let's normalize it. Let's normalize loving beyond our comfort zone. Some people are easy to love. Some people, it's more challenging. But it's necessary for us to grow up so that we can do the work. There are things that God is birthing. There are things that God is birthing out of you, but it's birthed out of your willingness to face things and address things and deal with things, because you got to be in a mature place for it to manifest in your life. Last night in the class, when we got through, Stacy was like, Dr. V, this is a workbook. This is a workbook. Like literally God was giving me things as I went along, right? And I just we wrote it down. We mapped it out. We talked about it, right? We began to integrate the other things that we've been doing. I know that's right, Summerlin. Just do the work. Come on, girl. I know that's right. Because that's what we got to do, right? Look, in me being obedient, in me just doing the things that I need to do, in you being obedient, in you just doing the things that you need to do, God produces ways for you to make money. So when she said that's a workbook, I'm like, wow, that is a workbook. Like that would help people, because to be able to have a place where you write out the different things and, that would be good. But Stacey always comes up with great ideas. They always come up with some great ideas. I just have to implement them, right? So it becomes the implementation that is necessary. And this is why I'm telling you all, the wealth is in you. The wealth is in you. Look, tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing a class called Finding the Wealth in You. Finding the wealth in you. Well, Dante said the word speaks for itself. Just look at it and know there's comfort in cousin. Oh, you talking, Dante. Oh, you talking right now. You sound like your Uncle Norman right now. There is comfort in the word uncomfortable. My baby gave me my things, but he didn't know there wasn't anything in there. Oh, that's good. That's good, Dante. That's good. I'm doing this class because there's wealth in you. God has given all of us the ability to obtain wealth. There's wealth in you. You looking for the money's in you. You trying to get another job, but the wealth is in you. What you looking for is in you. It's not in another job. It's in you. It's in you. It's in you. It's in your life. It's in your experiences. It's in your gifts. It's in your talents. It's in you. Finding the wealth in you, right? So in order to register, you can go to bit.ly/finding wealth. It's tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The class is $100 general. VIP is $150. Afterpay is available, which means that you can register, costing you as little as $25 to $37.50, depending on whether you do general or you do the VIP. I recommend the VIP because you can't beat it. For $50, you get a 1-hour session, which normally is $125. So, right, it just makes sense, right? Finding the wealth, register for the class. Let me answer this question because people have asked me this. Is the finance part of Destiny Driven going to be the same as this class? It's not going to be the same. It's going to be different, and it's going to be different for several reasons. It's not like I'm just trying to find ways to take people's money, but this is going to be specifically just focused on finding the wealth, like tapping into all of the wealth in you. It is going to be a working course, Angel number 144. We are going to work through the dynamics of finding it, so you will walk away knowing some things in you that can produce wealth. They will be identified. Now, it's going to be up to you to act on it, but they're going to be identified, right? You're going to walk away with identified sources of income that you can tap into quickly. Now, let me tell you how quickly it works, right? So, I've been telling my baby, I said, babe, listen, there's some money in you, babe. There's some money in you. Like, you need to go on, and he loves cooking. Like, he loves it. Like, I'm talking about loves it. It's good because I love eating. Love it. So, he's going to be selling plates, selling dinners, selling plates. That's so country. We selling plates. He's going to be selling dinners. He's going to be selling dinners tomorrow. Fried chicken, green beans, rice, and a roll. And then you can purchase the dessert. The dessert is $2. And they're going to be the mini pound cake loaves, right? They're so good, y'all. I put my baby pound cake up against it, so my baby pound cake be fire, okay? So, he's going to do that. Now, he activated that because he heard me. But let me just go ahead and do this. And listen, I don't care how many plates he sells. The fact that he took that step is huge, right? Because it's easy when you just give it away because there's no expectation for money changing hands, right? But when you sell it, you got to depend on people to purchase it, right? So all I'm saying is this. It's that simple. Once you know where wealth is in you and in your life, you can tap in and you can activate it. Yeah, it's time. It's time. It's time to find the wealth that's in you. It's time to do it. Look, y'all, I'm going to get off here, but I just want you all to know that I love you. And I pray that what I shared with you today will help you. Come on, Charla. My girl built a whole catering business selling plates. Come on. That's how you do it. That's how. And my husband has signature dishes that people will reach out to him for him to cook for them. The man is bad. The man is bad. I ain't just saying it because he's my husband. Y'all see my juiciness. Y'all see my juiciness. Okay? Look, this comes from a man that loved to cook. And it reminded me of the things I like to do in the kitchen. So I like to cook. I have certain things that I cook. My baked beans, but I'm trying to tell y'all something. My baked beans will make you hurt somebody. Them baked beans be right. So there are things that I cook that just are absolutely amazing. But my baby will tell me all the time because I like trying new stuff. So I've been doing a lot of vegan stuff, right? So when I cook, I tend to do something that's vegan. And so my spaghetti squash, or try different things with the spaghetti squash, or I got some zucchini. I'm working on the jackfruit. Rena, I haven't been able to find the jackfruit. So I got to try again today to find the jackfruit. I need to find the jackfruit. Where the jackfruit at? Where the jackfruit at? Because I believe that I'm going to be able to cook this jackfruit and it be fire, okay? My husband said he had tried it before. He didn't really like it. I said, babe, wait, that's because you ain't had mine. So I ain't even never cooked it, but I'm getting ready to learn this weekend, right? Hopefully today. We're going to see what happens. But I'm excited. I'm excited because he applied the principles that I've been talking about. And, you know, he stepped out there. Now, once you step out there, what the enemy and the enemy will try to do is tell you if you don't do a certain thing or if it doesn't happen a certain way, then you just need to not do it. That's not what that means. It means that you've gotten started. And so now it's time to press on, to learn, to improve, to grow, because everything happens for a reason, and everything that is allowed by God is allowed for a reason. For a reason. And you got to understand that. So if you have not registered, go register. Go register for the class. I'm excited about it. I just know there's going to be some good stuff. And I'm excited to see all that God releases, because I promise you, every time I do a class, God releases some new stuff. And the way he's been releasing stuff lately, baby, I ain't trying to miss none of it. Do you hear what I'm telling you? All right, y'all, listen. Thank y'all for tuning in this morning. I pray the word bless you. If you would like to sow a seed, you can sow a seed at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. And if you have not yet pre-ordered your copy of The Silent Cry, My Daddy's book, make sure you go ahead and get that order in. You're going to want that, baby. That thing is so fire. I'm just trying to tell somebody, okay? Go to bit.ly/silent cry pre-order, bit.ly/silent cry pre-order, and pre-order your copy of the book. What I'm telling you is you want it when it come off the press, because, baby, when it come off, it's about to break things open. I'll tell you this. I'm grateful for God and his infinite wisdom and placing the men in my life that he has placed in my life. They have allowed me to heal in so many ways when it comes to men and relationships. And I'm just forever grateful for their presence. God is good. He's good. All right, you guys, look, I love you guys to life. And life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and prosperous day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Be blessed. Mwah.